they can really guard you, and they really gave us a difficult time getting open shots. It was tough just to score baskets, and then their length was too much for us. They posted us up at 3 or 4 different positions, and they got easy shots out of those post ups. So really a talented team that, if you follow their scores right now, is really coming together. Been through a lot of transition with a lot of from last year's team to this year's team, and I think they played great. So I think our week of playing at Minnesota Wednesday, an emotional week of winning that game at Purdue, and with the lack of depth that we have right now, really may have affected some of our guys. You never know. But proud how hard we battled. Just wish we could have got some easier shots, either or made the ones that we did get. We didn't get enough. So Ohio State, they got us, and that's all there is to it.
Questions?
Yes, sir.
When did you know that Karras couldn't go, and what happened there?
Well, as we said along, Payne is going to be his guide. And during practice yesterday, not essential, but he could not practice yesterday. After we all met and everything, he didn't do anything the day before. He could not go. And so we tried again today, and he could not go. So knowing that we had 2 days off, we're going to have a 2-day break here where the guys that play a lot are going to get 2 days off their leg. And not the game was Sunday. We just sort of said, okay, he's out, and we're not going to put him out there when he's in pain.
Was the pain in the injured part?
There's Payne still the guide.
It's his call, right?
Huh?
His call.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't. It's like somebody with the flu. You don't know how bad they're feeling. But he's a tough kid now. If he's not in pain, he's going to play.
I
So
guess,
when you get into a game like that, like he did the other day, right? And he was after you realize it. So
and I guess with a quick turnaround, and with we were just talking yesterday
Mhm.
about rebuilding, reshaping the rotation.
Right.
How did that affect?
well, we
kind
were
of your
very
game plan?
hopeful that with those 2 days in between, that we'd be able to say, okay, he's back, right? And then, and we'd be able to do some things to give us some type of continuity of what we're going to run against these guys in the future. We haven't been able to. We couldn't dummy with them or anything yesterday, just because we want to be so cautious, knowing that we have another game Sunday, and to have them stress it now would be get in the way of Sunday's game.
Any effects on your game plan for today because of that?
I think yesterday, I mean, there's been effect on him and Spike all year long, but we're trying to get it done. But I mean, no, Ohio State had effect on our game plan today.
Anything else?
Over here. Pretty good game from Mark Darnell. Would it be accurate to say that he led the team in points without a single play drawn up for him?
I wouldn't say that. Every time we're in a pick and roll, absolutely every time we're in a pick and roll, that play is drawn up for him to get open so that we can find him. Or sometimes even a shot is going to go up, and his man is out blocking the shot so we can get the rebound. So no, he did a great job of leveraging his body. He actually could have had more. I mean, he had a couple other drops. That would have been something back at his home state. He could have had 20.
Coach, just with the depth issues, how tempted were you to break the 2-foul rule with Muhammad in the first half?
Very. I think that, but again, it was like 2 or 3 points with 2 minutes to go. You know what I mean? It was like there's no reason to say, okay, the sky is falling, and then they scored the last 5 points to make it a 7-point game or an 8-point game, or whatever it was at half. So you're not going to put a guy in there with a minute left to go with 2 fouls on him. So I don't think that was a big difference. I'll do it if I think the game is getting out of control. I didn't think it was with 2 minutes to go. I thought we were right there, and they scored the last 2 times, and we didn't.
John, how surprising, it seems like, when Karras is off, Derek is on, and when
Yeah.
Derek's on, how surprising was it to see both of them, the shots just not falling
we were
today?
really, I think both of them, Derek was still fatigued from the Minnesota game, I thought, on Saturday, and now go back again. And they did almost nothing on Sunday, so we could really get some rest for them. But there's a lot of minutes being logged out there. And like I said, I would, the whole idea with the Karras situation is that you think he's coming back, so you're not like saying, okay, well, we just got to change something. You know what I mean? We're going to have to develop a different system. No, but he's going to be back soon, and it just hasn't happened. So it's sort of got in the way of the way that we could develop a bench, et cetera. And we're also trying to win every game. We want to get in the NCAA tournament. So we got to win games by playing guys 38 minutes because we lose at Minnesota. You know, we're not in that situation. So you're sort of gambling a little bit. Well, I think when guys don't, when an elite shooter like Derek goes one for, or probably two for something, you know, the last couple of games, it's a bad number. Duncan as well. A lot of times it could be fatigue. Ohio State's defense is really good. We've played 4 or 5 teams in this league, and Michigan State is very, very good. Indiana is really good in defense. Obviously, Purdue, Ohio State's one of those 4 that I think is really because of their length. Now, you can pick on some individual matchups, but they had good length on us today.